Hey guys. What up? What up? What up? Good evening. Welcome to Des and Ya Talks. Once again, if you did not know, we are on every Saturday at 9:30. So definitely join us and talk with us during our different conversations. We want you to get on, say something. When you get on, please say hello. Let us know that you're on. Let us know that you're there so that we can reach you as well. Okay, let me get on so I can see the comments, because sometimes I cannot see the comments, but we see you guys getting on. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Again, we try to keep our conversations short, so we'll be 25 to 30 minutes tonight. Okay. Quick one. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and jump right in, because we see you guys getting on. But make sure you say hello so we can say hello to you. Let me go on here so you guys can see it, so I can see your comments. So tonight, our opening or our intro conversation.
Good luck with 25 minutes of intro conversation.
It's not long. It's just like
if
a
kind of intro.
Well, let's say question of the day. Okay, so we're going to do the question of the day. Okay, so today's question of today, if you do not know, we alternate our conversations. So one week the man of God here is running the conversation, the other week I am. So he doesn't know what I'm going to ask him, just like when he does, I don't know what he's going to ask me. So the question for today is to name 5 things from back in the day that we did that kids today know nothing about. Just 5.
No,
it was supposed to be 10.
About.
Well, let's not say know nothing about, but they don't have the accessibility to do it, or they just don't do it now.
All right, here we go.
I got some in my head.
I'll
this
go
question
with 1. I guess we go 5. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But each of us go with 3 of them, I guess.
Okay, that's fine. I was just asking you.
Drinking out of the water hose. It was like no coming back in this house. It was like when you outside, be outside. Don't come in the house. Don't run in and out of my house. It was you outside, you drunk out the water hose. These kids don't know nothing about that. They wouldn't even go near touching and drinking the water hose. They'd be like, what are you doing?
Right.
So that's number 1 that came to my mind.
That's funny you said drinking out of the water hose, because we played in it too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like when the fire, well, I guess that was the fire hydrant.
Yeah. He was in the city.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was in the city. They would come and take the fire. That would be our water party. Mm-hmm. I would go with pagers.
Okay.
Like the kids nowadays, they know nothing about pagers. Like when somebody pager, you got to go to find a phone to try to call them back. Then we started getting fancy with the pagers. I don't know if y'all remember. You used to try to write. Yeah, you used to try to write.
You didn't have no beepers, the Nextels?
I don't think so.
The Sprint Nextels? Oh my God, those were the worst.
Write like little notes in it, and then if it was like an emergency, then you put in 911, or you try to make the I forgot what the other one was. There was like some numbers that when you put them together, they look like an actual word that we try to spell out. If y'all remember, put it in the comments, because I can't remember what they were. But yeah, that used to be that was crazy. Like the pagers. It's so funny because you don't. I don't think I had a chirp.
Oh my God, yo! So
I don't think I had a
group of my
chirp.
friends
Did
in high school.
anybody else have a chirp? Let us know.
My senior year, we had a chirp. We had like the Nextel Sprints, but the walkie talkies. So it was a phone, but it was also a walkie talkie.
Oh, yes.
We called it chirp.
Yes.
So what happened was it'd be 2:00 in the morning, and like or if I'm home and like my boy might be out, somebody might be up like, yeah, what up, what you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like chirping at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. What's up, bro? Good to see you, man.
Yes, I was going to say payphones.
Playing baseball, being outside after Saturday morning cartoon. Let me tell you, that's the one. Saturday morning cartoons. Kids don't know nothing about that.
Hey, Teef.
They know too much about on demand. What's up, Tifa? They know too much about on demand and
she said, I played in the water hose,
streaming.
but drinking it, nah.
Yeah. Nah, we drunk the water hose. Streaming stuff, Disney Plus. They get to watch stuff whenever they want to watch it.
Right.
We had to wait.
Right.
To see X-Men, Batman.
You miss it. You gotta wait.
You gotta get Miss Nick at Night, boy. Snick and all that.
That's funny because even...
They don't know about what it means to wait for TV
even now,
shows.
like, even not that long ago when we had, like, even on demand, like, people don't even use that anymore, where it was like you could go, but now it's just like whenever I want to watch it, I just go.
Whatever you want to watch. Whenever you want to watch it.
But I mean, now, I guess because they do... oh, God bless you.
Thank you.
The series, and you can kind of get to it.
It's crazy.
I guess
these kids can watch
they try to make us patient. I know.
Man, we had
and they could go back and watch cartoons that we used to watch. You know what I mean?
That's part of being disciplined, though. Like we had to be disciplined and wake up and be up at a certain time to watch X-Men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you missed X-Men, especially when you overslept, you was like, dang, you was mad. You had to get up, make sure you watch X-Men.
Oh, she said hello was for the pager. Wait. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
hello. But it was a 4. The 4, and then I forgot what the 4 3 7 7 0.
There you go.
Cool.
4 3 7 7 0. I said cartoons in the morning, waking up.
No, Desi said cartoons in the morning.
He said Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah, that's true. But I was just about anything.
Okay.
All right.
Let me check. I got one.
Go ahead.
What was those things called? The y'all can help me out. Neopets or the little egg things.
Oh yeah, like Game Boy.
Geopets or something like that. I can't remember. Wait a minute. Nintendo.
Like blowing in a cartridge?
Like Nintendo, yes. Like,
yes.
I used to.
They don't know about that.
I would still play that today if I had it. Because in college, I still have one. I don't know what happened to it now. But I used to go back and play that. And the mat. Did y'all have the mat? The mat that you would run
with? Oh, absolutely. We used to tear the mat up. Then we used to put our hands on that and try to run faster. We played the computer.
Yes, Tifa. Gigapets. That was it. The Gigapets. Did you have those? Y'all probably didn't play with them.
No, I know about Gigapets. I know about Gigapets.
And I knew that girls had them.
I wasn't messing around with that. That was But you remember them little handheld games you used to get from Walmart? They were worse than Game Boys. You had like basketball. They had like little football handheld games, and it was like little like black and white, and it was on the screen. It was terrible.
Oh man, I don't remember those.
Oh my God, those were terrible.
Walmart.
Like
I don't even think we had a Walmart in North Jersey when I was younger.
Okay.
I feel like Walmart came afterwards.
I got one.
When did Walmart? So I don't think Walmart was out
kids knew how to live a life without Amazon now. You know that's wild. Like they got
Amazon.
But there's my one though. I don't know if you know about these. Do you know about Pogs?
Pogs?
Did you ever play with Pogs and Slammers?
What, those things that you?
Yes, there was Slammers, and you had all the Pogs. You could have like depending upon like 5 Pogs, 10 Pogs, 30 Pogs, and you had to take your Slammer and hit it, and then when the Pogs flipped over, you won those Pogs. They had like an OJ Slammer. It was like different slammers that you had, and you had a slammer, and then we got to one. You had the tip. Like we used to play these all the time at wrestling.
Anybody else play Pogs?
It was with Pogs and Slammers.
If you're from the city, you know, walk into the store.
All right, Pogs. They were these little tiny circle things. They were like cardboardish, like paperish, cardboardish, and you had Slammers. And then the Slammers were like harder. So you had Slammers. They had like real thin Slammers. You had the big thick Slammers. And the Slammers basically, like, you wanted a bigger, thicker Slammer to be able to flip the Pogs over. Yeah, so you know about Pogs? Pogs, man.
I don't even know about those.
At wrestling tournaments, you used to have, and then you put them in like in a plastic stack like this.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, spinning top.
Oh yeah, spinning top.
But like the Pogs, and then you had like you had like containers you put your Pogs in, and then you like pull them out, and you play with them, and you play. Everybody put, all right, yo, I'm gonna bet my 5 Pogs, you're gonna bet your 5 Pogs. It's a shame we was already like almost like betting, but we had the money. And you had Slammer, I had a Slammer, so whoever went first, so you hit it, and you won 3 of them, and then somebody else won 3 of them. What's up, Pastor Claiborne? Good to see you, man.
Hi, Pastor.
Yes, Pogs and Slammers.
I don't even remember Pogs, but that's so funny. Tifa said about walking to the store. This is a sidebar. When we were in the city, it's like the stores are like on every corner. Mm-hmm. And I remember moving, like when I moved in high school, I moved with my grandma. And the 7-Eleven was like so far. It's like, oh my gosh, this is like a long walk from South Jersey. Coming from the city, it was like something to get used to. Like y'all stores were like so.
People call South Jersey the country.
So yes, like the suburbs, yes, because the stores were so. I was like, what is happening? Right. You know, what is happening?
Seeing
like you need a car,
like like,
right? Exactly. And I can't imagine some of the other places, but that's a good. Yeah, I don't remember the Pogs exactly.
Oh man, Pogs and Slammers, man.
But was that? Did we get to 5? Did we get to 5?
Yeah, we
no,
got
I think
5.
we got to 5.
Yeah, we got to 5. I don't have any more. Unless
yeah,
you
I don't have any more. I think we covered
cartoons is good.
Well, yeah, I was thinking that the Saturday morning cartoons that was good. The fire hydrants. Wait, so y'all didn't do fire hydrants?
Sprint, Nextel, Sprint. I mean, we were trying to wait for the fire. The fire hydrant has to be the fire department got to make sure that.
Yeah, they come and they take it off.
Yeah, we never.
And then you play in the water.
We wasn't around fire hydrants like that. We water hoses.
Yeah, we had those. We had no water hoses. Okay,
hoses.
so we're gonna jump into our conversation. We got 20 minutes. We're gonna jump into our conversation. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm shocked you're gonna work this time out.
We didn't have corner stores until I was 11. Wait, where was you at? We had ShopRite. The rites of passage was growing up to work there.
He's Jax. Yeah, my kids.
I was going to say, oh my God,
wait,
I thought about Jax. I forgot.
No, the only reason why I didn't say Jax, and I thought about Jax, but the only reason why I didn't say Jax is because our kids play Jax.
But they didn't know nothing about it until that one time.
But they play it.
But most kids don't.
I was going to bring up Jax, but the only reason why I didn't bring up Jax is because our kids, our 6-year-old, Dream is 7. Sorry, Dynasty's 11. Our 13-year-old, all three of our girls play Jax. So that's the only reason why I didn't bring it up. That's a good one, though. That is a good one.
He said you're really showing the history. Okay, so I know before electronics, like we didn't have like being on your cell phone, searching the internet, no Facebook, no socials. It was so good.
I got one last one. I'm done.
Okay.
Now you probably never did this though, because I always travel with my cousins, so it'd be like me, Blake, Brent, Justin, Pugil in the car, it'd be 5 of us in the van. We played this game. We played this game called Cars.
Yes.
And like you had like 5 limousines and Cadillacs, and each one was worth a certain amount of points. Everybody counting their points in their head. Like, all right, I got that black Mercedes. You know, calling out limo's like 100 points. You see a Lambo's like 200 points. Those are 2 main ones, limos and Lamborghini. Oh man, we played Cars, and then we just add up the numbers. And after a while, we started arguing about who called the car first. My Mary's like, just done. Like she'd get upset. And we just start arguing
Cars.
about
Anybody
cars.
else play Cars? Okay, so we're gonna jump into this conversation. We got 17 minutes.
Sorry, I had to add Cars.
No, it's fine. That's fine. I don't think it's gonna be too long. So this conversation is it's interesting. I just thought about it actually earlier when I was sitting here when I was listening to a few things today. But I've been seeing, which I'm sure everybody has been seeing, these videos keep coming up about just like AI and just different things understanding it and stuff like that. So one of the things I began to think about is just thinking about biblically, and just naturally, now how we are regarding new things, regarding, even some of the people that are a little bit older, some of them sometimes have a little bit of difficulty even with social media and advancing in technology. And now we kind of have this AI situation and different things going on, and it's almost in a sense, if you don't try to research it, you can some people are kind of scared of it. But I think the scared of it or the fear of it is just the fact that we don't know, right? Especially when you see all these, robotics where they're creating, where they're, making people, just different things. It kind of brings on a fear. But just in thinking about that, I was thinking about biblically, I'm like, well, Lord, I'm sure you want us to research it so that we're aware of what's going on in the world, right? Because sometimes we don't take the time to actually learn about those new things that are developing or the new things that are coming. So I wanted you to speak to even dealing with Daniel, just being aware of things of the time, because sometimes when you're moving into different aspects, the world is moving into different aspects, sometimes as Christians we could be like, oh no, that's too worldly, or I don't have nothing to do with that, I don't need to use that, I don't need to know about that. But it seems like it would be some type of an importance, for us as children of God to be able to learn about it, to actually try to use it for our benefit. So just thinking about that, if you could speak to just the fact of how would you go about kind of overcoming, I guess, that fear, and just talking about it from a biblical perspective, because you like the Bible. So if you could just share.
Hey y'all, just in case y'all know, I like the Bible.
No, I mean you're the whole. I mean, I know you.
Stop saying
you say
you
don't,
Bible.
but I mean you spell out the Bible you reading the 3 Little Pigs or something. So.
Oh my God.
So I just want you to speak to it from a biblical perspective, what comes to mind, and just knowing about like taking time to kind of understand some of these things, even though they seem like kind of like, it seems like a lot in a sense to try to learn and navigate through these new things that are coming up. You know what I mean? Even when you think about something like social media, how we had to kind of like with even like TikTok and now they have the Lemonade and all that stuff. And it's kind of like
what?
you don't Lemonade.
What's that?
It's like another, it's like another it's almost like a Twitter, in a sense.
X, it's not Twitter, remember? It's X now.
Which I be forgetting that all the time. But I'm just saying, like, with all these new things coming, and sometimes it's like, dang, I don't need to be known. Or you just be like, just forget this. This is too much to try to figure out. But at the same time, it's like, we probably should be trying to utilize some of these things.
I think that it's funny now, you was talking to make me think about when we went to Florida when I had to minister for Cynthia Thompson when they were talking about AI. That was the name of the conference. And I think like there is a need, right? Like there is a need, especially from the perspective of the body of Christ, but I think there's a need for everyone to understand like the time you live in. I think like, people talk about how knowledge is power, and it is. Like, I think there's a need to, and if you don't know, you need to have people around you that do know, that do understand. Are you going to ask me about cookies?
Yeah.
2.5. I'm not sure when he's in there. I think there's a need to know basis. Oh, man. You probably burnt that. Mommy probably burnt her chicken up. Anyways, I think there's a need to know basis of what is going on around us. And if we don't know, did you burn it to a crisp?
No.
Are you still got it's alive?
It's alive. We'll see.
It's dead, but it's alive.
It is.
Okay. My wife has to overly cook everything.
Meats.
Everything.
Meats.
Eggs.
It's supposed to be considered a meat.
Chicken. Everything. Well done. There's a well done, and then there's Yannick's well done. 2.5.
Wait, but can I have the
sidebar?
That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, sidebar. But I think there's a need to know, right? There's script. Okay, so let's talk about scripture, right? I believe there's reasoning for just looking at different people scripturally. For example, someone like a Moses, that God allowed him to be raised by Egypt, right? It wasn't a necessity.
Right.
Because he could have used him. God can do anything he wants to do. But I think that Moses had understanding of the governing situation of Egypt, of how to not only have an open door, but to understand how to maneuver. Same thing you're talking about Daniel. The Bible talks about how they were astute in all things, like just not like in Israel, because to Israel, to know the Bible or to know the Word of God was part of their understanding. Like just totality of just understanding. But then also they were very high in just mathematics, languages, all of that. So they were astute in all things.
Right.
And that's the people that they grabbed a hold on, and then they begin to also bring understanding and enlightenment even to the Babylonian system through their so they begin to understand their ideas of mathematics and all those things. So I think there's a need to be forward thinking in the things that are going on in the world, right? It's okay. Like I think that and I don't want to say this. Please don't say this the wrong way. But I think like sometimes, as body believers, like we get not just even fearful, but we don't even want to engage in certain things that we will call or deem or undeem worldly, when really Jesus, Moses, Joseph, Daniel, all these people that I'm actually naming had ideas and fully understood the world's systems,
right.
Understood the world's protocols, and because they understood it, it also gave them better context of not only the ability to reach, but also the ability to maneuver and to know and to function and to do, right? Abraham, I hate to use it as an example, but when Abraham went to, when he said Sarah is my sister,
right.
He understood like how those kings thought. Because he understood from high-ranking officials, that man's going to want her as his wife. If he had no understanding of how those things operated, he would just be like, this is my wife, and da-da-da-da, and like not be conscious of it. But he understood trade, right? He understood how to do business. He understood the timing of the things that were necessary in those days. And I think that we do ourselves a disservice if we don't at least try to engage to understand, or just try to get people around us that have understanding, right? You know, someone always said this one time, like, you don't always have to be the smartest person in the room, and really you shouldn't be. You should have people around you that are smarter than you, that can help develop in certain areas that you don't know. Like, for example, I'm not, as I see Desi on here, I'm not advanced in everything coaching wise, right? But I have coaches around me that are specialists, and that's what they're designed to do. I'm supposed to oversee, but that don't mean I'm a specialist with the O-line. I'm not a
season.
Bless you. I'm not a specialist with quarterbacks. I'm not a specialist with certain areas. I'm a specialist when it comes to DBs, though. I'm a specialist when it comes to safety play and corner play and all that. But that's not my job, is to oversee. So I do have another specialist that handles DBs and but I might not be the smartest person in that, right? But I have people that are, to help me to make sure that we have an overall understanding of what we're trying to do. I think that's important, that when you don't know, you should have people around you, or people that you know that do know, and give you understanding, so that your perspective isn't just closed door, like AI, oh Lord, what's happening? AI, oh man, like AI can benefit a lot of people. It can benefit the church. It can benefit, but it's also, in anything in life, there's always going to be a positive and negative, right? Money, there's positive and negative. I was just learning something the other day about money, just some things that are happening even right now concerning interest rates with homes. I appreciate you, Desi. I appreciate that, man.
Amen.
Thank you. That means a lot. I think there's a need to understand, like, just how to deal with, knowing just certain aspects. Like, I was just watching a video the other day about, like, the trends that are happening right now with money. With the I know about, I deal with accounts and different high yielding return accounts and stuff like that. But there's something I just learned listening to this guy right now about what's operating right now with these new high yielding accounts, and what's going on with the interest rates of homes coming down with these high yielding accounts, and investing your money and really taking your money out of banks and putting everything into high yielding accounts right now, because how things are going and how things are moving. So, like, it's understanding the systems and understanding what's going on. I think that's needed, that you just don't become one dimensional in the way that you think and the way that you function.
I think that's good. And I think it's important to, just because sometimes it's funny. I can say this personally as I guess example, because a lot of times we have so many things that we're doing. We have so many things that's going on in our lives, like whether it's work, and then you got, if you have children, like whatever it might be, we all have like a lot, most of the time, a lot of things that are going on, where it's sometimes hard to actually take time and research. So because it seems hard, or it seems like it's going to take a lot of time, sometimes we just don't do it.
Right.
And the reality of it is, sometimes we have to just, if we take a week, like we have to take that time and actually just say, you know what, I need to understand, just to have a basis, at least, like just to have a little bit, because even when we went to the conference, when you had to minister, like even when they were talking about it, a lot of stuff that they were talking about at the time, it was kind of like going over my head.
I understand.
And I just was like, okay, well, I didn't really feel like, but now it's almost like, it's resurfacing. And because I see that it's resurfacing, I'm like, you know what, God, I'm just going to take a little bit of time just to learn a little bit about it, just because now they have like a lot of free classes and stuff. So even if it takes like, if you take 15 minutes a day or 30 minutes a day for a week, just to kind of get some kind of understanding about it, or try to get the basis, try to get out of it what you can, pray before you take it and say, Lord, please let me get everything that I need to get out of this class, out of this training, so that I can apply it. Because you never know, how it might benefit you, because a lot of times it does come, like you see a lot of people talking about it and how it helps and stuff like that. But a lot of times we don't take the time because we're doing so many other things. It's hard to take the time and be like, okay, I'm going to dedicate it to this, because we don't know about it. It's almost like, in a sense, oh yeah, I don't need to know about it. I'm doing, this on my own. I'm doing this by myself. So it's no need to kind of,
what's up, Boom?
Research or think about it, when the reality of it is, if it's something that's resurfacing, maybe it is, time sometimes where we need to take a moment and say, you know what, let me look into this a little bit, or gain some knowledge on this a little bit. Like Apostle tell you, even with news and stuff like that, I don't really know what's going on. Like he's my news. Like he tells me what's going on. So after a while, like he said something to me one time, and I was like, you know what? I said, I don't know anything about. So what I did was I just put an app on my phone. So now I see like everything that's going on, and sometimes I'll look at the Apple, you know how the Apple News pops up on your phone, just so I can kind of have awareness of some things. Some things I just read through, and some things I'll take a moment and look at it, just so I can kind of, you know, be in the know, because I don't be, but it takes us, you know, sometimes disciplining ourselves to actually learn and research, because you don't know what that research might produce, because we don't know about it, we don't see the significance in it. But it might be a lot of significance in it once we learn and get knowledge about it.
You know what's wild too, and I'm not gonna get too far into this, but you know what's crazy? Like, I'll use this for an example, right? When people, this is the best way to explain this. Ready? And even what you're saying, how important this is, right? People will categorize themselves as one thing or the other. Okay, and what I mean by that is, for example, there are people. So you know, Dan is, I don't know if you know. Kevin Bianco. So that's like one of my actually I call him a parent / coach.
Okay. Is that the one that came?
Yes, long beard.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. His son's one of my favorite kids. Bam Bam is my guy. But so the reality is this, like it's a when people categorize like certain things, for example, and this is what I'm using, people will either like Democrat, Republican, right? And I'm just using this as an example. The people that are like, if you're a Democrat, and I'm not knocking if you are a Democrat or Republican, but a lot of times people just vote on their party and never get information. So like, for example, like I'm saying, like right now, like when people, like as the world is changing and different things are happening, because whatever you categorize yourself as, you won't go outside of your box to learn or to develop,
right,
or to become, or to understand. Like people are like, well, I don't deal with technology, I don't deal with this. Well, listen, you better know something, or you better have somebody around you that has full understanding or some kind of understanding, so that you don't get left in the sauce of all of the things that are happening in the earth. Because when these things are happening, while these things are changing, and they tell you, hey, the only way you're going to be able to pay or do this is you have to have this. Right. You're going to be like, oh, I don't pay with that, or I don't do that. Well, you better start understanding. Somebody around you better have some good knowledge of like how to do this, because when the financial structure changes and you say I only use cash, and they say we don't take cash no more, then what you gonna do? Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think there's we wait till the last minute sometimes to evolve ourselves, or not just like involve ourselves to getting information or receiving information. So for example, like I don't identify myself as a Democrat or Republican. I listen to both sides and understand who the people are that I'm either voting for or siding with. I don't get into this, I don't bang with no Democrats. And that's where people don't learn. They don't have understanding. So they just automatically vote for their Democrat, not knowing their Democrat is involved in some crazy stuff that they would hate to know they're involved with. And same thing could be on the Republican side, if whoever they're voting for. So that's why I'm a full-blown, kingdom citizen independent. You know what I mean? Like I don't take sides. I just hear the real conversations and make a decision upon my consciousness of where I am concerning that individual person, and don't allow myself to get because that's what's happening in America now. People don't even think. They're just locked into their party. So and that's where they don't get into discovery. Only thing they want to do is hear it from their perspective and not learn and not become and all of that. So that's a whole nother sidebar thing I'm bringing up.
Because that's so interesting, because even when you think about it as from a religious standpoint, you have some people that if somebody is something else, it's like, oh, I'm cutting you off, compared to saying, okay, I'm going to give you a minute to talk, but I am very grounded.
This is probably a good conversation for next week. I know.
I'm very grounded.
You have no idea.
I'm very grounded in what I believe, but I don't mind you talking, you know? And I think that that's an interesting dynamic and understanding, like even other religions and different things, and being, kind of like, okay, is it okay to research about it? Is it okay to know certain things about different religions and situations? And I think you should have some type of knowledge about it, not that you
so you can defend. Exactly, I can defend the gospel.
Not to be getting into it and starting to believe it and stuff like but still understanding, the different ways people believe, the different things that people believe, so that sometimes it helps you to relate better. And sometimes, like you said, it helps you to defend as well, and to be able to say, well, but I was this and the other. So how do you feel about that? So I think it's a good thing. But not getting, too much into it. But yeah, that's our time. Good point,
Pastor Clapper. It is our time.
That's our
Pastor
time.
Clapper, that's a good point, man. I agree with you, man, because like I said, people are looking at it so many different perspectives, man. There's so many thoughts about what AI is, what it is not, and I'll leave it like this here too, since we were talking about AI. There are so many different thoughts of what it is and what it is not, right? I've used it to just think through ideas that I'm having, but I don't use it to write my message.
Right, exactly.
Like I don't use it to preach the word of God, because the Holy Spirit is what guides me and leads me when it comes to things of God. But I use it in so many different things that help me to build out business plans, ideas, vision casting. You know what I mean? Like some things like in my thought head that I'm like, hey, take this, I throw these words at you, throw some words back at me kind of thing,
Right.
Pastor Rich Saunders, man. Love you too, man.
Hey, Pastor
Hope
Saunders.
all is well with the wife and the 2 kitties.
Yes.
Hey, is hockey man got to be in 10th grade? I think he's a year behind Dylan. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I want to know how he's doing with hockey. That always blesses my life. I hope he's still playing. All right. So I don't have anything else.
Okay. Yeah, we're
good?
finished.
We're finished.
So our time is up, but we thank you guys so much for getting on, for sharing. Love the comments, love the interaction.
Oh yeah, same grade as Dylan, 11th. Okay,
everybody,
cool.
Pastor.
They are the same age. I thought it was
Donnie, like everybody that jumped on. Thank you guys for jumping on. If I missed your name, I apologize, but we appreciate you getting on. We appreciate you commenting. And join us on Saturdays at 9:30 for Des and Yah Talks.
Rich, we got to talk soon, man.
Any discussions or any points or any things that you want us to talk about, please email us at desandyawiggins@gmail.com. Okay, desandyawiggins@gmail.com. Next time I'll make sure I put it on the screen so you guys can have it.
Absolutely.
But definitely email us. You can message us. You can put it in the comments if you prefer. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.
All right, y'all. Deuces.
Deuces.